Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Amy Klump, and I am just feeling super humbled and super privileged to be able to have the opportunity to share with you today. So whoever invited you to watch this video or to be part of this event thought a lot about you. They wanted to share with you a program that has been helping people improve their health all across the United States, people just like you. And I am one of those people, and I will share my story a little bit later, but I'm just super excited and passionate about what we have to share. So first, before I get started, I'm going to talk a little bit about health, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the journey that we're on, and I have to do a little bit of a comparison. One of my mentors in this business compares it often to being like someone who is on a walk and they get a pebble in their shoe. That pebble seems pretty easy, right? You got a pebble in your shoe, it hurts, you take off your shoe and you take out the pebble, right? Problem solved. But let's just play the devil's advocate here. Let's pretend that you don't take that pebble out of your shoe. Let's pretend like you keep walking on that pebble. And slowly but surely, something that seems so small, like a pebble, starts to manifest and it starts to become bigger things. It starts to first become a pain in your foot. Then it becomes a pain in your calf. Then it could become lower back pain. And at that point, you're like, maybe I should take some ibuprofen. So you go ahead and take some ibuprofen to address a symptom that's manifesting from that pebble that's in your shoe. You keep walking on that pebble. Another week goes by and you start having headaches. You start getting a migraine. So you start taking another over-the-counter medication to help combat that symptom that you're having. Then you start to get physically sick because that headache has been there and it's been just looming on your body for the last few weeks. And so you start vomiting from those headaches and you start taking over-the-counter medicine for nausea or maybe even prescription medications for this ailment that you're experiencing. Now let's kind of put that into perspective, okay? That seems a little bit drastic and it kind of is, but let's think about this. What would happen if we actually stopped on our journeys? We took a minute to slow down, took off our shoe, and took that pebble out. What would that mean for us? That would mean that before we had all of these symptoms that manifested from this pebble being in our shoe, we would find balance and we would find health just by taking that pebble out. And that is exactly what I'm going to talk to you guys about today, okay? Health, whole health, balanced health, and health to get our systems working the way that they were created to work. I hope that you're excited about this. This is a very exciting thing. So in today's day and age, the pharmaceutical companies have kind of duped us. They've kind of tricked us in a way into addressing systems. Not many of us get down to the basics and start not addressing just the symptoms, but those root causes that are causing these symptoms to arise. I'm going to go through this brochure today, and I'm going to talk to you about how to improve your health in 4 months, okay? There are 4 things that keep us sick, and this brochure is going to kind of go through those with you. You may have already been given the video to watch by whoever invited you here, entitled exactly that, 4 things that keep us sick, okay? So what this is going to share with you is a natural program that's going to give attention to helping you improve your physical, mental, and emotional imbalances, okay? It is very possible. We just have to be willing to slow down, take the pebble out of our shoe, and start to move forward in balance. So what does this look like? These 4 months have been strategically planned for you to address every single systemic thing that could possibly bring you out of balance and bring you full circle again. The first month is the first step. That's what we call the primary balance, okay? So what that means is we all have a system. We all have organs in our body, okay? And they were created. They were designed with a purpose to work together. And so when we become out of balance, there's certain organelle systems in our body that start to work more. And there's certain systems in our body that start to work less. And it's super important that in order to create a more balanced situation in our bodies, that we actually start to have those systems communicate and talk. To be healthy, it's really important that our body's working together and that it's working in harmony And we have to achieve balance in order to see that improvement in our health. And so that is what the first 30 days is going to consist of, bringing our bodies back into communication and helping them balance and work together. Second month is called the initial detox. I want to take a minute and talk about that. Why do we need to detox? Okay. Some of you might be saying, you know what, I eat a really great diet and I'm super conservative about what I do and what I put into my skin and all these different things. But what I'm here to tell you is that there are so many extrinsic factors or outside factors that are completely out of our control. And it is super important that we take a minute and we address those things. Every single day, the foods that we eat, the drinks that we drink, the clothes that we wear with the detergents or the fabric softeners that we use, the lotions, the moisturizers we put on our face, our makeup, any of those things, even the air that we breathe in has things in it or has toxins that we do not have control over, okay? We could live the healthiest life and we could try to put our best foot forward all the time, but we do not have control of all things. And so that is why detoxing out our bodies are so important. On the flip side, there's also things that we need to detox out of our systems that are not extrinsic factors. They're things that may have happened to us. They're things like emotional triggers or pain from the past that we've actually buried into our body. Our body is a living thing, and we sometimes bury those emotions into our tissues. And so sometimes when people detox, they find that they not only have a physical detox, but they also have an emotional detox. And when we're able to do this, we will be able to get a sense of clarity moving forward physically, mentally, and emotionally. And if we talk about health, we can't talk about different systems. We can't talk about just one system and not the other. Whole body health is this huge ball of amazingness when it works together. And that involves sleep, that involves exercise, that involves drinking water, that involves the food that we eat, that involves the stress relief that we do for ourselves, the way that we're able to decompress, that involves supplementation and the things that we put into our bodies. So that second month focuses on that clarification and clearing out our system so that we can move forward. So once we clarify it out, can you guess what the next thing is? We are going to start address those things in our body after we've clarified it out that are hosting on us. Parasites. We're going to start talking about lymphatics and the things that are kind of clogging our system or are hosting off of us. Things that are not allowing us to be able to absorb and to be able to take the nutrition that we need through the supplementation that we're using. A lot of times when we have parasites, we think of worms or we think of bugs, and that's pretty gross, right? Anyone who's experienced that knows that that can be something that none of us really want to talk about because it's a little bit gross. But parasites aren't necessarily just bugs. Parasites are viruses. Parasites are bacteria. Parasites are funguses, okay? Autoimmune disease, pain, inflammation, congestion, pain, like joint pain. Those are all warning signs. Rashes on our skin, those are all indicators that we could have some underlying parasite of any of those types in our system. And it's very important that we clarify those out and get them out so that our defense system, so that our lymphatic system can work the way that it was created in protecting our body. And so those things aren't stealing our nutrition as we're putting them in. If we have something taking away all of those good things, if our body's having to work harder because it identifies an outside object that shouldn't be there, we are not going to see the full benefits of our health. So we're going to clear those out in the third month. Last and not least, after we've found balance, after we've done our detox, after we've gotten rid of all of those little bugs that are hosting on us and have addressed that, what are we going to do in the fourth step? The fourth step, we're going to talk about nutrition. Okay, nutrition is one of the key components in rebuilding our body. I find it so amazing, and part of the reasons why I've partnered with Soul is that they take a lot of pride in the nutrition that they put back into their products. Every 30 days, our body recreates itself. How does it do that? It does that by the things we fuel it with. And so it's very important that we're putting quality ingredients into our body, that we're becoming knowledgeable in looking for ingredients and reading labels. And that's what this fourth month does. You're trying to detox your body, get rid of those parasites and balance. And now it's time to put that nutrition back in so that you can sleep better, so that you can notice your energy boosting, so that you can live your best life, so that you can enjoy yourself emotionally, physically, have those stressors relieved. Because your body is going to be fed with nutrition a way it's never been fed before, because it's never been balanced or clarified or detoxed of all of those things that can be stealing from us every single day and preventing us from living our best life and feeling that improvement. So after listening to all of this, if this is something that makes sense to you, if this is something that resonates to you, I really want to encourage you to talk to whoever invited you here. So what is the big deal with this program? I've told you all the details. I've given you all of the specifics of what it does. But I also want to talk to you a little bit about what it's done for people, because testimony is a big deal. With this program, why we're so passionate about it is because we know that it works. I'm not a doctor. The person who invited you isn't a doctor. They're not a practitioner, okay? Some of us have certifications, which is amazing, but we're not here to diagnose you. We're not here to treat you. We're not here to cure you. What we are here to do is advocate with you. We're here to walk with you and help you invest in yourself. We, a lot of times, are the last person on our list. I'm here to tell you, friends, that you're important, that your health matters, and that you're worth it, okay? And so why is this so amazing? Because with this program, we've been able to see people who have diabetes get off of their medications and be able to regulate their blood sugars. We've seen people with anxiety at rock bottom, not knowing where to go, paralyzed in their reality of anxiety and depression, start this program and be able to not have anxiety. For those of you who suffer from anxiety, that's an amazing feeling to be free of that feeling of being alone and being paralyzed. We also have women who have used this program that have been trying to have babies, infertility. It has been one of those things where women use it and they find themselves starting to have babies, and then actually having to try to prevent themselves from having babies because they find that they can't have babies. And that's the wonderful thing about balance and feeding your body and helping your body know what to do, how it was created to work. We've also found that there's been people who have had pain and inflammation who've seen improvement with that, okay? One of my favorite stories is one of my mentors has shared it, is a woman who is 72 years old. This story is dear to my heart because my father was a kidney transplant patient of 26 years, where a 72-year-old woman was on kidney dialysis. She had 0% function of her kidney, and she started on this program. And 5 years later, she was able to go off of dialysis because her kidney started functioning to where she wasn't needing dialysis anymore. That's an amazing statement. And those are just a few of the stories. Women who had cysts, who did not have to have surgery after using this program because the cysts were no longer there. I'm just going to share a little bit of my story, and the person who invited you here can also share a little bit of theirs. But I was plagued with anxiety and depression, digestive issues, inflammation, pain, to a point of where I did not know what to do. And I did the balance package, and it helped me. It helped me so much. When my friend talked to me about it, I basically said to her, you know what, that makes complete sense. I have nowhere to go but up. And virtually that's risk-free, friends. This program, if it's for you, talk to the person who invited you here. It is definitely something that we believe in so much that Soul actually says, if you use it, it doesn't work for you or it doesn't achieve your goals, they give 100% guarantee. So what does it look like? What is your investment? On the back of this brochure, we went ahead and broke everything down. We know that your time is valuable. We know that your finances are important, and something needs to work for you in every avenue in life in order for you to be successful. And so financially, we have found a way to make it the most practical for you, where you get the most savings. So every single month is broken down, where with our auto ship, you can take advantage of getting $50 back every single month, which means $50 of product for free. So speak with your specialist. If this makes sense to you, If you have questions, they will be able to answer them. And I just have to tell you, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you are going to join us on our health movement. And I just want to say in advance, congratulations on taking the step and improving your health with Soul Naturals. Thank you for your time.